Yeah, baby, this is where it all starts. Let's get out there and ball.
And boy, you can just hear the excitement. What a moment indeed. And welcome everyone to another presentation of the NBA on 2K Sports. Along with Steve Kerr and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan. Hello everyone. Here's Mr. Fundamentals, guarded by Price. Budinger dishes to Johnson. And it is flushed down with a nice jam.
Now, that was an incredible reverse throwdown right there. Tremendous body control.
I'd even go as far as say, Clark, that was a punctuation dunk.
I can feel that.
Send a message.
Yes, sir. A message and put it on the highlight reel for later.
Turkoglu kicks to Oladipo. Pass to Harkless. Defended by Budinger. And here's Turkoglu for three. Gets the bucket. Turkoglu's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball.
No matter who it is, that kind of defense is not going to cut it.
Outside Williams. Williams gets a screen from Kelly. Williams passes to Martin. Trying to come right back with the three of his own, but it's no good. Turkoglu dishes to Harkless. There's the feed to Oladipo. He passes to Turkoglu. He kicks to Oladipo. Orlando moving the ball around. Out of bounds, Minnesota takes possession. Right now, let's bring up the 2K leaderboard and see the teams that really knew how to clog the passing lanes last season. Fifth, the Timberwolves.
Well, when you talk about teams that had a great defense last year, you got to mention these guys. I mean, they were great at finding ways to come up with the ball. Deflections, loose balls, and steals.
Here's Kennedy. Orlando grabs the miss. They defeated Indiana in their last game.
And it was the role players in that game, Kevin, that really led the charge. You know, the guys who normally don't score a lot, they came in and really contributed.
A total team performance, Steve, the kind you need if you're going to win on the opponent's home floor.
Right now, let's go to Doris Burke, who spoke with Rick Adelman. Doris?
Kevin, I talked to him about the shot blocking they're certain to face in this matchup. He's certainly cognizant of it, and he told me this. If we can play a little more up-tempo and score before their bigs can recover, that will help. Also, getting them on the move in the half court, whether with ball movement or screens, will also serve us well. Kevin, if they can execute, they'll have some success.
And Doris, as always, thank you. So, Steve, do you agree with Coach's game plan here, given how tough the D is that they're going to go up against?
Yeah, I do. I mean, a huge part of your game plan has to be focused on their D. And I think he's right to put that much emphasis on it.
Yeah, I agree with you guys because they are that good defensively. So you've got to worry about that and game plan for that. And then trust that your guys will execute what needs to be done.
It's stolen by Oladipo. They push it up 4-on-3. Feeds to Price. He dishes it to Maxiel. Oladipo. Price outside. And there's the pass to Turkoglu. 5 to shoot. Fades away. That one a little long.
Fadeaway was the right shot there because it got his attempt away from the defender, but the touch was poor.
Picked by Williams. They need this one. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here. Steve referenced the series between these teams a year ago, and Clark, it's a... And a little under 3.5 minutes elapsed in the second quarter of play. And stolen by Pekovic. On the court for Orlando. Harkless and Nicholson fill up the forward sets. Oladipo is out there with Ronnie Price. And it's Maxiel in at the pivot spot, manning the middle.
Here it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great position inside.
Yeah, getting the ball into the post should be their first option every time down. Force the defense to adapt and adjust.
Harkless kicks to Maxiel. And there's the call by the official. They'll count the basket here following the goaltending call.
He almost got to that shot in time, but not quite. You can't touch the ball once it's on the way down.
And you can hear the reaction of the fans to that call.
Well, it's obvious they did not like it, Steve.
Here's Kennedy. Lays it up and banks it in. Kelly makes the bucket. An important momentous occasion for this young guy, getting his first points in an NBA uniform.
You know, the Timberwolves have taken on an increasingly international character. Players like J.J. Barea, Rubio, Nikola Pekovic, and Alexei Shved, all important contributors.
And Clark, a lot of European players used to this cold weather. Maybe that's why the Timberwolves, Steve, go after him.
Well, maybe that's part of it. I don't know. But they've had pretty good luck with the international players. Some good talent that they've put together.
You know, there was a lot of talk about the Magic not getting equal value when they traded Dwight Howard to the Lakers before last season. But you take a look at how both teams started, the Lakers and the Magic, and for a time there, the Magic had a better record early in the season than the Lakers. So I think it worked out okay for the Magic.
Chance there to take the lead, missing. The Magic have gone 1 of 6 from the field in the second quarter. It's been a rough period so far. Price outside. The finger roll finish at the bucket. Price has got his first points in this one. Well, Clark, like you said, hard to believe, but it's true. The Magic did have a better record than the Lakers for the early part of the season, but that was mostly due to a surprise down year from the Lakers, Steve, and a hot start for Orlando.
And remember, the Magic did get that big win at Staples against L.A. That was kind of a revenge for the D. Howard trade. But as time wore on, you know, the Magic's lack of talent showed, and they really struggled the rest of the season.
Kevin Love's checked in for Minnesota.
You know, the Wolves were just decimated by injuries last year, and it really put a snag in their season from the start, with Rubio still recovering from his ACL tear and Kevin Love missing a lot of time with his hand fractures. They were missing 2 major building blocks.
Nicholson passes to Harkless. Clock at 6. It's blocked. Now running it up the court. Martin pushing it up. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. It's going to be on Victor Oladipo. And with the Wolves last year, Ricky Rubio came back and helped them turn things around a bit. But Kevin Love would end up playing very few deep.
And now, brought to you by Sprint. Presented by Sprint.
Here we go now, the start of the third quarter, welcoming you back in a closely contested first half. Harris backing down. Down low. Price with the ball. And it's Martin picking him up. Oladipo dishes to Nicholson. That's good. Nicholson's got his first 2 points of the night.
Victor Oladipo, a 6'5" shooting guard out of Indiana. You know, when you talk about athleticism, toughness, defense, grit, work ethic, those are the selling points. And I think he'll be a stingy defender from day one. And as he continues to improve his shooting, Oladipo has a chance to be a star.
Kelly in at point guard. Pekovic is out there with Derek Williams. Then it's Corey Brewer. And it's Martin in at the 2. So that's the Timberwolves 5. Another miss by Minnesota.
Even though he isn't having the best of games from the floor, it hasn't seemed to hurt him.
And back to Oladipo. And Steve, you mentioned his shooting touch still a little inconsistent, but Clark, more of a slasher at the college level that maybe could see an improved shot as he goes to the pros.
Well, he certainly has his fans among NBA GMs. The athleticism is there. The work ethic is there. I thought his shot improved dramatically during his college career, so this is a kid that I think is going to just continue to get better and better.
Glenn Davis is checked in for Orlando. Love with the bucket. The Magic trail by 6. Now here's Price. And it's Harris off the drive. That's good, and it's Price with the assist. Harris has got 8 points. The Timberwolves have gone at a pretty good shooting pace. They're 6 of 13 from the field here in the third. Here's Mr. Fundamentals, guarded by Price.
Guys, with the way Kevin Love has added to his game every season, you know, both with his three-point shooting and slimming down to become more mobile, where does he go from here with this game? He's already a very complete player, but knowing him and how he works at it, he'll find something he can improve on.
Catching up on the changes for Orlando. Aaron Aflalo, he's checked in for Tobias Harris. And Jameer Nelson is subbed in for Ronnie Price. Nelson kicks to Aflalo. Back to Nelson. Takes the three. The rebound by Kevin Love. Well, Clark, you mentioned how Kevin Love has slimmed down. I agree. He's really transformed his body since he came to the NBA, hasn't he, Steve?
Yeah, he has. He's much leaner now, does yoga and a lot of core strengthening exercises in the offseason. Still a beast on the board. He's got that leverage, that lower body strength in order to be able to root players out on that weak side of the glass.
I don't want to let the monkey, but you do yoga as well, don't you?
I do, and I'm leaner now and stronger than ever.
You've never looked better.
Thanks, Gabby.
You've never looked better.
Appreciate that.
Nelson kicks to Nicholson. Misses from close range. Timberwolves leading by 8. Here's Kennedy. And he's knocked off course by the D. The foul called. He'll shoot free throws.
Boy, it was a wreck of a season for the Magic last year. Started off decently, but then it went downhill fast. A 10-game losing streak, followed shortly again with a 12-game losing streak. Surprisingly, they did play well against the West, though.
And Clark, as you said, probably the last thing anyone expected last season was for the Magic to do well against the West. But it happened, Steve. Half their wins came out of the conference.
Yeah, they actually had a winning record against the Pacific Division, believe it or not. I think some of that is that the Western teams kind of took Orlando for granted, particularly on the road. But look, in the end, it doesn't matter what your record is in conference, against divisions, against the league. What it's about is your total record, and they're looking to get better.
Rubio against Nelson. Kicks it to Aflalo. Back to Nelson. Passes it to Aflalo. Good, and a nice assist from Nelson. Nelson's got assist number 5 here tonight.
You know, even though he doesn't really have the long-range ability on a consistent level, he can knock down some open ones.
Budinger, the pass to Rubio. Mr. Fundamentals. And what do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for the Timberwolves?
I like the way they've gotten to the foul line throughout the game, guys. Those are important points.
Something that's also benefited them tonight are the turnovers they've forced and the points that have come along with those forced turnovers.
Vucevic checked in for Glenn Davis.
He did the important part at the line there, the heavy lifting, if you will. Made this a 2-possession game.
And Doris Burke has a report for us from the sideline.
Well, gentlemen, there has been a changeover in the front office for the Timberwolves, and it seems to be one that star Kevin Love is happy with. Previously, he publicly commented on a lack of support, a feeling that his hand injury had been questioned, and he questioned whether there was a clear plan for a team that had long been mired in a rebuild. But with the new leadership, some talented teammates, and a great coach, guys, the optimism is high in Minnesota.
It would be nice to see them turn it around. Thank you, Doris. 4 on the clock. Gets it to go. And 11 points for Mr. Fundamentals. The Magic trail by 4. He feeds it to Aflalo. Back to Nelson. Dishes it to Harkless. Defended by Kelly. And here's Aflalo for 3. Rebound Love. Love's got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. Minnesota's gone into a slump here from three-point range, shooting just 1 of 5 here in the third.
That's one he knows he should have made.
Orlando's gone a less than productive 2 of 6 from three-point land in the second half. The shot by Harkless, no good.
Boy, he really bungled that finish.
Pass to Kelly. Tries a 3. That's good. It's Rubio with the assist. Rubio's got assist number 5 here tonight. Orlando's gotten a lot of looks from outside tonight, 5 of 12. On the wing of Aflalo. Out to Nelson. Pass to Harkless. Now the dish to Harris. Down to 5 on the shot clock. no luck. Great D that time from Love. Here's Kelly. He shot 3 of 5 from the line. And the first one at the line is good.
Clearly, Orlando was a team in transition last year. They had a group of younger, inexperienced players, and many times when that's the case, you'll get off to slow starts in games, and that certainly proved to be true for the Magic.
The Magic making a switch here. Maxiel's checked in. Here's Nelson. Out to Harris. Will it go? Harris missing again. Minnesota leading by 9. Here's Kelly. Now the feed to Love. Rubio outside. Brewer. A 3-ball. It's hauled in by Harris. Harris has got the glass covered here tonight. 11 boards for him. 1 second separating the shot clock and game clock. Harkless dishes to Maxiel. He kicks it to Harris. He passes to Afflalo. Nelson. The Magic need to get a shot off here. Once again off the mark, Orlando. And we've watched 3 so far in this one. But Timberwolves on.
Tonight, you made your NBA debut coming off the bench. Were you hoping for more minutes, or was this still a successful beginning to your career?
It was a good start. You know, I'm grateful to have any role at all in helping this team win games. I'm happy to come off the bench right now if that's what Coach thinks is best. I have a lot of respect for the veteran players here, so for now, I'm just going to keep my mouth shut and learn as much as I can. One day I hope I can become a leader on this team, but now's not the time for that. Otherwise, I'm just excited to get further into the season and see what this team can do.